In the beginning, right here, my hands go straight back down the line for a good 18 inches, right? They're being turned right down the line and then the club sets. Now from this position, from there, my body keeps turning and it moves my hands up the plane, not up the elevator, up the escalator.
Yeah.
Okay? In the direction of my turn, and just to be real clean with this, it's just going in the direction of my shoulders. So when I'm here, it's going in the direction of my shoulders, and that just happens to be straight back with the hands and then up the plane. But if the cool thing is, if you do this all one pace, buddy, and have your left shoulder pace it, it just moves it back there naturally in that direction. Yeah. For you steep golfers out there, instantaneously, your downswing will get more shallow when your hands are on the right path going back and the club's more in front of you. We see it time and time again. People work on these ridiculous shallowing moves that are complete manipulations of a downswing. Exactly. Doing that to try to, correct the wrongs of the backswing. And I believe that, a connected backswing, good hand path, club on plane, that right there is going to be your first steps to getting that club in the slot on the way down. Now, here's the thing. That was the best of the day right there.
Yeah,
we use the word shallow because 90% of our golfers come in steep. Let's fix the word shallow and just not make it about that anymore, because, how many videos can we possibly make that say the word shallow? On plane. We're just getting these guys on plane. Some players get stuck underneath the plane. We've been there before too.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, some players get stuck underneath the plane. We work them a little bit more on plane. Technically, that would be getting a little bit steeper. But the reality is, the reason everybody hears the word shallow so much is because the majority of golfers, majority of people go inside on the way back and then over on the way through. And that's typically what you see. So we always talk about shallowing because the majority of golfers need a shallower swing. What does that mean? Just more on plane. On plane. In the slot position here, right, Kev? Like right here. In the slot position. Club crawling down the forearm, butt of the club at the ball. Like just a position where if I keep turning, everything goes down the line with no manipulation, right? It makes sense that if I'm here and I keep turning, I'm dead left. If I'm under the plane here and I keep turning, it's out to the right with no manipulation, right? So the golfer who's too steep coming down will stand up and not rotate to shallow the club late. The golfer who's inside coming down will either flip or try to come over the top at the bottom or from the top to try to right the wrong. But if we get it in the right spot going back, and here, rotating on the way through without having to manipulate a thing.
Feel for me right now is almost like that.
Yes.
Where I'm just kind of sending the club up and then getting it as deep as I can.
The club stays in front of you, the hands get deeper, exactly.
Yeah.
And the reason why we're doing that for the viewer is because if his hands just get deeper and the club follows that, sometimes what can happen is this, you guys. If someone just solely thinks about the hand path and somebody's sitting there lifting it like this and they need to get it more on plane with their shoulders and in the direction of their body's turn, it's very easy to turn that club inside with you. And that's what he's fighting right now. He's making sure the club is still staying in front while he makes that deep turn. And that's huge. When I go back, the perfect hand path is underneath my right shoulder through my right bicep. It should come down through that right bicep again, okay?
Yeah,
that's the key. The club head's on top of my right forearm, left arm matching shoulder plane, back through the bicep with the club on my right forearm again, right through. Beautiful right there. We have very definitive checkpoints at Porzak Golf that, like, if you're in the realm of, right, it's like, for me, right here, hands straight back, down the line of your feet, right, hands right in front of your chest, butt of the club just inside the ball or at ball, right? From here, turn to the top, left arm on shoulder plane, club face matching this lead wrist and left arm.
And then like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It almost feels like it's like my right scap is just like tight at the top.
Exactly.
Which is really
you know what I've always felt too when I turn? Even though my left shoulder is dictating the turn, I feel like my right shoulder blade, like right here, tucks back into my spine. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like that right shoulder blade tucks back and it opens up that turn, really gets the right shoulder blade behind the head. Okay, this one here, see how steep that is? Guys, look, and here's me. Look at the hands up there, guys. Watch the club come down, right? Splitting his shoulder, super steep and open. Look at that between his forearms. Watch where he gets instantaneously when he gets the right backswing, right? So he gets deeper, and watch how it comes down under the shoulder and on the forearm, tremendously different right there.
Just so thumbs up, deeper turn.
Absolutely right. Thumbs up, deeper turn. What would be the go-to drill for you? Head cover under the right arm with, which, dude, how many times have we done that, right?
A million.
I mean, head cover under the right arm with the thumbs up in the beginning. Now, what does this head cover under the right arm do, guys? It just guarantees that his body's going to turn more to get everything to the top, as opposed to any of the lifting, which would then drop the head cover under the right arm. This is a great drill for Henry. Great drill for my taller guys, too, who have the lanky arms. Square club face, bud.
Yeah. I mean, the lower we can get it.
Look at this club transitioning now. Who's this guy?
I don't know, but that's way more square than I'm
used
to.
And look at the club face. Way more stable than it's used to being also.
Yeah. It's like feeling like here, and then almost like you said, these stay connected to the chest.
Yeah.
Everything.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, and it just turns it back.
Yeah.
But like you don't want these getting like out and loose. Like,
no, that's why I was saying, I think for you, you need to feel your arms literally plug in here and just maintain that connection with your arms to your body the whole way up, and then be slow. I mean, that gets better and better, but as you're swinging now, it's like actually getting better and better. I mean, listen, if you're gonna travel 3,000 miles to come see me and hang out in beautiful sunny San Diego, we might as well get the job done, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, just kind of. But no, you know, it's cool. This is how this guy and I work. If everybody's wondering, you know, how do Henry and I maintain this consistency throughout the course of the year? You know, he's in Jersey, I'm here in San Diego. Porzak Golf is trying to become a little more spread out across the country. We're working on that. We have good plans to kind of get ourselves a little bit more spread out, especially up in the East Coast. But this guy will come out, as he talked about in the beginning of the lesson, for, you know, a couple days, twice a year. And he'll spread it out. You know, a lot of times this time of year is great for the college players because, you know, you have a month off, right? And you come out here, spend a couple days, go back. Well, we do the majority of our work here, and then we check in with 30-minute to an hour FaceTime. And we'll do that periodically, you know, once every couple weeks. And, you know, it's when you come out here, it's nice to be in person and to grind all this stuff out. And then what's nice about the FaceTime is enough to where we can touch and go, make sure that everything's staying consistent, nothing's getting out of hand.
Yeah, it's good for you to refresh and see like what I do in the swing and how the ball reacts. And then when you're looking at it on FaceTime, you don't need to see that much. It's like, oh, you know, he's here,
exactly
needs to be there. And
well, you know, we come out here, we put together the plan for the season of what we need to be doing technically, right? And he gets playing a lot, and these college guys get playing a lot. And, you know, you guys can relate who play big money games on the weekends. And maybe, you know, you don't have time to practice throughout the week because you're, you know, just getting right into the game or whatever. Or these guys are just constantly qualifying, playing. So it's nice to get the swing work done now, develop a consistent rehearsal that you maintain throughout the entire semester, which is what we're working on right now. And then, like I said, what we do is we'll check in via FaceTime, just make sure that those rehearsals and the swing is staying consistent. At Porzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.